Good morning, Forest Park. Today is May 14th, 2025. I'm Don Jones. I'm the city manager here in the city of Forest Park. Welcome to our show Off the Cuff, where we try and get some information out to the public about some of the things that are ongoing and some of the things that are upcoming in our community. So let's get started with a quick shout out to all of the Winton Woods Warriors class of 2025 graduates who graduated last night. It's a great event. Again, congratulations to all the graduates. They did a great job, very successful group, and they represented Forest Park well, and they represented Winton Woods well as well. So congratulations to everyone who was there, and in particular, all the graduates. We wish them well into the future. So let's get started with a few of the summer events that we've got coming up here over the next month. Our City Cycle event, it's an annual event, will be going on June 6th at Central Park at 6:30 p.m. It's an evening event. We'll have bike decorating, music, food trucks. It's a glow event. Get there early and get your bike, all the good stuff, get it all glowing, and then we go out in the evening and have a nice, real nice bike ride through the community, and it's just a great fun time for the kids. You don't have to have a bike. There'll be bikes available, and you don't have to ride a bike. You can just walk. So show up, do what you can do. It's just a great event. It's a good opportunity. Again, that's June 6th at Central Park, 6:30 p.m. Our fall soccer signups are started. They're starting May 15th. They'll be online, so you have to go online. So if you've got a child that wants to play fall soccer here in the city of Forest Park, May 15th is the starting date for the online registrations. Be early, get in. Again, everything's online. Go to our website, check it out, and register for fall soccer starting May 15th will be the sign up. Our We Thrive Summer Fitness Sports Series is starting Saturday, May 17th. This is coming Saturday at 9 a.m. at the new Central Park Fitness Pad. If you haven't been out there and checked it out, now is a great opportunity to get out there, check out that new Central Park Fitness Pad. Again, We Thrive. I want to thank them for running this series. And all fitness levels are encouraged to attend. It's free. It's open. You don't have to make reservations. Just show up, rain or shine. Just be there, 9 a.m. at the fitness pad this Saturday, May 17th at 9 a.m. This Saturday, we also have the 18th annual Kiwanis Club Safety Fair. This is a great tradition here in the city of Forest Park. It's run by the Kiwanis Club here. And our Forest Park Fire Department, We Thrive, will be there as well. Police Department, it's a great event. It's always lots and lots of people there, so get there early. Again, the Safety Fair starts, again, this Saturday, the 17th, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. It's at the Hamilton County ESC building at 924 Waycross. Come on out. It'll be free bike helmets. They're limited, so first come, first serve, and lots of good information about health and safety at this event. Also this summer, we have our large appliance pickup that's still ongoing. The chipper's still ongoing as well. Check the chipper on our website. The schedule's out there. Make sure you hit the right day. So get that, if you need to set something out, again, check our website. The chipper schedule is out there on our website. But the large appliance pickup every Thursday, you have to call though and make an appointment. Call our environmental department, 513-595-5263 to schedule a pickup. Again, those are every Thursday. If you've got a large appliance that you need to get rid of, and particularly something with Freon in it, a refrigerator or something like that, give us a call. We'll make sure they get recycled properly and disposed of properly. So again, give us a call that number, and we'll be glad to help you. But those are on Thursday, but you have to schedule. Also coming up next week on Monday, the 19th, will be our City Council meeting, 7 p.m. Our agenda will be posted, so if you're interested in coming out to that meeting or figuring out what's going on with the city, check out our website, check out the agenda. The agenda will be posted by Friday. Also want to remind everyone also that the city building will be closed on May 26th in honor of Memorial Day. We have more information about that as well as it gets a little closer. A lot of good things going on this summer. Check out our website. Check out Facebook. Make sure you don't miss any of those great events. Waycross Media films this podcast for me. I want to thank them for that. They also film almost all of the events here in the city. You see them out. If you see a camera out there, it's probably Waycross Media doing it for our community. And they do a great job keeping people informed. But they've got a summer program. They also have a volunteer program where you can learn a lot about the things that Waycross Media does, learn how to do video production, sound production, all kinds of good things. You can volunteer with them. And there's a summer camp that has been very successful for Waycross Media. And we want to talk a little bit about that right now. And we've got with us Dana from Waycross to talk a little bit about their summer programs. Well, Dana, welcome to the other side of the camera, and we're glad to have you on this side of the camera right now. So tell us a little bit about your summer program for kids and all of the volunteer opportunities and even educational opportunities that you have throughout the year for everyone in the community of all ages. So let's get started with the summer program, maybe.
Thank you so much for letting me talk on this side of the camera. I know a lot of folks, like you said, see me show up at events, or Nick or Tony show up at events with cameras. So I'm on the wrong side of the camera right now.
Right, we got you here. We put you on the spot.
This is great, literally. There's lights on me. Yes, there are multiple ways. Waycross has been part of Forest Park since the beginning, more than 40 years ago.
Yes.
The history of Forest Park and the history of Waycross are the same. We literally have the history in our archives.
Yes.
And so I like the chance to get to let folks know how they can be part of it. So let's talk about the summer film workshop for teens first.
That's a great event. I call it an event, but it's a summer. It's a whole week, isn't it?
It's 2 weeks.
2 weeks. Oh my goodness.
It's actually 4 half days each week. So they have 8 sessions.
Okay.
And in these 8 sessions, it's for students grades going into, because it's summer, no one's in any grade, right? So students going into grades 7 through 12.
Okay.
We have 15 spots. If we put too many kids in there, no one can do anything. So if someone thinks they're interested, don't wait.
Yeah.
And if they have questions, they can shoot us an email right away, because we want to make sure that if anyone wants their kid in there, that they have a chance to get in.
It's a real hands-on
Yes.
thing that you really need kids that really want to be there.
Yes.
And that really want to learn something and really want to create something.
Yes.
They do they do a project.
They do an actual, this is not a situation where they just play around with some of the equipment and they just do whatever. As a group, they have to work together as a team. And as a group, they create their own storyline. We don't assign them a script. They have to cast it amongst themselves. They have to then do all the shooting. And they learn about nonlinear shooting, and they learn about continuity problems, and they learn how to use the equipment. And that is what we're there to do, is help them learn how to use the equipment, how do you set up the shot, well, what do you need next? But they're doing all of the work. The only thing we do is edit it at the end, because that's another whole project, we'd run out of time. They had 8 sessions to do all this in. They're each of these sessions are from 1 to 5 in the afternoon, so you can still sleep in on your summer break, which I think is key, right?
It is key for the kids.
No one wants to, grade 7 through 12, no, it's time, it's summer, it's time to sleep. And the 8 sessions is key though, because you're working as a team, because every single student is part of the cast and part of the crew. That's the one thing we ask, is that they check to make sure they can go to all 8 sessions. If they're going to be on vacation for one of those weeks, this might not be the year for them to join. But
they can still volunteer and learn stuff later on.
Oh yes, we have more ways for you to get involved if you're on vacation these weeks. This year, the first day is June 2nd.
Okay, coming up.
So it'll be the June 2nd through June 13th. There's 4 days the first week and 4 days the second week, and we have those specific dates online. There's a couple days that we don't have camp because of other shoots. We have all that posted, so folks can look at that, or they can send me an email, info@waycross.org.
That's great.
Any questions?
We've got a few awards that maybe these kids might have won.
Yes, so I want to talk some more about this film workshop, because we've been doing it for years and years and years. In the world of community access television, there are different levels of film festivals. You see them at this level, right? And I think Cannes is in the news right now, right? There are special ones for programming that's been created for community media. The most local one to us here at Waycross is called Blue Chips Awards. It's the stations that are all in the Tri-County area, right around Greater Cincinnati. That one just happened in the end of April. And last year's movie that included a lot of Forest Park students, including the kid of one of the Forest Park council members.
Yes.
So nice job, Max. But also to all of our students, because remember, this is their story. We didn't give them a story. This was their shooting. We didn't do it for them. This year, their film won two Blue Chip Awards. They won a blue chip for narrative storytelling and one for entertainment youth, both in the youth category. These get hung up at Waycross. And the reason I talk about the history of, we have been having a summer program where they make a short film. These are 10 to 15 minute long films. For years and years. And if you come visit Waycross, when you come through, we kind of just ignore what we're decorating the walls with, but we're decorating the walls with these. There's also the Next Level Up, which is a multi-state level. We have many Philo awards from their movies. I like to point that out because
these are big. That's a big deal.
It really
really
is.
shows that they're going to learn something, but not only are they going to do it, they're going to do it well, and they're going to have an opportunity to compete with their peers or around anybody doing anything in the community. And there's a lot of public media.
There are a lot of other schools creating a video and submitting it to these competitions. It's not like, oh well, they're the only one, so of course they won. This is a big deal, and the fact that it's consistent, the fact that the students in our program have been creating these films well. It's a polished film. This isn't a kid with their phone making something on YouTube, which is still fun, and that's fine, but that's not what this is. This is, they're gonna learn how to do shot composition. They're gonna learn how to do different angles. They're gonna learn about lighting. They're gonna learn about the audio levels. This is gonna be information that they can take into their own projects.
And they can learn how to use this professional equipment as well.
And I'm gonna mention, we have been able to bring back there's someone who's been a friend of Waycross for many, many years, who is a professional filmmaker, an award-winning filmmaker, photographer. You see his stuff in the Inquirer all the time, and that's Glenn Hartong. Glenn Hartong, since the 80s, since there was a Waycross, has been part of Waycross, is volunteering on our shoots and doing projects with us. And the students have the benefit of Glenn teaching them, and he is in the industry. So in case, yes, our staff does know a lot of stuff, and we can teach them a lot of stuff, but we're actually bringing in someone from the industry, so they get that. He brings in a lot of his own equipment.
He works.
They get to use.
He's made a living doing this.
And this is someone they can talk to about the industry. This is someone they can ask questions, who can push their ideas in directions that they hadn't occurred to, that they could maybe get a shot this way, or they could maybe tell their story in another way.
If they're interested, so if a kid's interested, even if they just want to just make their home videos better, their TikToks or whatever they're doing, their YouTube, this is a benefit to them to help them do a better job and make it look more professional. Some
of the kids that have been part of this over the years we're interested in the video production component, but also there's the acting component. We've had kids that just created roles in ways that we did not expect. We've had students not know that they like the acting part and then go back to school and try out for the play the next fall. It's just it's 8 sessions. It's at the beginning of the summer. It's a project. Now we also, 2 weeks later in July, on a Friday in July, we will also have the movie premiere night. So that is when no one else will get to see this movie until you get to premiere it for your friends and family.
Walk the red carpet.
Then it goes on YouTube, and you can share it everywhere. And we do, and then we'll enter it in next year's Blue Chip Award. So we'll see if we get some more shiny plaques.
We got to have shiny plaques. We like those. But
I'm really a fan of them.
It's a great program. Pretty much no cost.
Yes, so here is the great thing. Forest Park people watching this. If someone from any other town signs up for this camp, it's $200 for all 8 sessions. Because we have expenses. But because we're partnering with the city of Forest Park on this, because Forest Park wants to make sure that there's activities not just for little kids, but also for teens, Forest Park students can have a scholarship. So again, info@waycross.org. Send me an email. If you have a Forest Park teen, they have to live in Forest Park for that. So send me an email, and then the only other thing I check is, can you do all 8 sessions? Which seems picky, but when you have 8 sessions to put together a short film and you have your lead can't come that day, you're toast. You've lost a whole day of shooting.
Well, you've lost it all for everyone.
Which, to be honest, is also very much like the film industry. You don't want you have a very limited number of days to shoot. You have a limited number of days with your crew and your cast. So it really, because of the 8 sessions, it also really reflects that that part of it. Yeah, it really does.
So what else do you have going on? I think that's going to be great. I know you've got other opportunities, some nice volunteer opportunities, teaching opportunities. I won't say teaching. You can come and learn.
Yeah.
And volunteers, we need volunteers throughout our community. That's what makes our community work. There's lots of opportunities to volunteer. So if you want to volunteer, give us a call here at the city.
Yeah.
We'll find something that we can help you, that you might want to help the city with. So again, volunteer opportunities, give us a call. We'll be glad to try and put you somewhere and help the city out. But you've got a whole program going on over there that people can come and use. And a lot of folks have been there for years and years and years and years volunteering.
Yeah. You're right. There are so many ways to volunteer in Forest Park. The sports programs need volunteers. All those special events need volunteers. And then one part of what happens at the event, like you mentioned earlier, is Waycross will be there covering it. And if we're covering it with a multi-camera setup like Jazz in the Park, like Party in the Park concerts, that means we have our HD production truck. We're broadcasting it live. I've talked to a lot of residents who are unable to be in person. Sometimes it's for health reasons, and they love being connected to what's happening. It's live. They don't have to wait for the replay. I mean, yes, of course we'll post the replay later.
Yeah.
But we need volunteers in order to be able to do all of the extra shoots and coverage we have a small staff at Waycross. We have our whole 40-something years use volunteers as part of our crews. And that can be age 13 to infinity.
Yeah.
And that seems like I'm making that up. But our biggest volunteer demographic over the years, has been retirees. Sometimes retirees say, that's cool, I'm retired, how can I get involved in a project? But I'm not good at crochet, I'm not good at baking. I want to do something technical.
Come run a camera, run some audio. Show up at a game, an event, and help out with
We're
that.
specifically talking about Forest Park, but Waycross covers 4 communities: Forest Park, Green Hill, Springfield Township, and Coleraine Township. We mostly care about Forest Park right now, right? Right, I get that.
Because you're on my show.
Right, exactly. So it's okay, we're focused there, but just, for awareness. And then we cover 2 school districts, the Northwest Local District and the Wintonwood School District that just graduated last night. Fantastic. So what are we covering? We're covering sporting events, football games, basketball games, volleyball. We will try to cover an even amount of as many sports as we can fit into our schedule.
The 7th grade graduation.
Yeah.
The
middle school concerts.
Yeah, concerts.
We were over at South Campus covering little kids orchestra. And you know what's really neat about covering the little kids is that you saw that we record them in the fall.
Probably their first.
And they can play one note. I mean, we know the little kids can play like one note in the fall, and then we record them at Christmas, and then we record them in May. And we get really busy recording all those concerts, but it's so worth it because, and also all their grandparents can't come and all of that. So we use volunteers anytime we use our HD production truck. Some of our shoots are smaller, single camera. But anytime we're using our HD production truck, football games, concerts, and the outdoor concerts in the summer, going into the summer, we have so many shoots. Part of that is because Forest Park has got so many events.
We have a lot of good things going on, and you're committed to showing them.
So good job, but you just added more to our schedule, which means we have more things on our volunteer need list.
We're putting you guys, we're straining your resources, which is all right.
Which I want that. I want to be out doing as many things. So what does that mean? It means ages 13 to infinity. The biggest place that we use volunteers is running camera. You do not need to have prior experience. We will tell you how to do it, and there'll be a director on your headset telling you what shot you need. And on these multi-camera shoots, you're not the only camera, so that takes the pressure off. Sometimes that's the thing that makes someone maybe not sure if they're ready to volunteer. They don't want to mess it up, right? We have been working with volunteers that had no experience for over 40 years, so we're ready for you. And grown-ups too. I will say I used to volunteer 15, 20 years ago. When I first started going to Waycross, I didn't work there. I was a volunteer on these truck shoots. And I realized I was driving my 13-year-old so she could volunteer on the truck shoots. I just started volunteering. I didn't know that eventually I would be working there. And it improved my camera work. I've got to say, if you are on a church media team and you want to improve your camera work, sign up to work on these summer concerts, because you'll have a director in your headset, and that will really help. It does not cost anything at all to volunteer, and you can be from any town to volunteer. So unlike Film Workshop, which is a specific program, if you want the scholarship, you can let us know, or you have to be from Forest Park. Volunteering can be from anywhere. And you can do it as a family. You can do it with your grandma. You can do it with your father. You can do it with, and the way to find out what shoots are happening is to go to waycross.tv/volunteers. And there's just a whole list of dates all summer. We're going to be at the Forest Park Jazz in the Parks. We're going to
And that's a big production.
That's a big production.
We need lots of camera work.
We need camera ops for that. We're going to be at Forest Park's Jazz in the Park, which is like a double event all day long. We're going to be at almost every Green Hills concert on the Commons, which is just down the street, so I'll mention that too. Coleraine has a fireworks concert and fireworks on July 3rd. These are fun shoots. A lot of times people do them because they need community service hours. We are a not-for-profit. That counts.
So if you're at Woods, you need your you need your service hours. Here's an
honor
opportunity
society.
to do it.
Sometimes you need them. Sometimes you need, for whatever reason, you need community service hours. Sometimes folks are thinking, I want to try an actual shoot. I want to see what it feels like to do a live television shoot. We have had so many students over the years wind up in the field. And it's a list. It's a long list. But we've had students that grew up to run other access stations. We've had students that grew up to run camera for the Bengals, who still volunteers for us. We have a student who was on the Olympic broadcasting crew for 3 Olympics.
There you go.
After they went off to college and graduated. We have students that are in the film industry now. So it can start as volunteering. It can start as Film Workshop. And to be honest, they're not exclusive. I always encourage the kids that come to Film Workshop also take a look at the volunteer shoots, because you're going to get that's the only way to get better, is to start getting experience doing shoots for a professional broadcast. And that's different than when you're working on your own. Which you should still do.
You'll learn the skills that you need to work on your own if you want to work on your own.
Exactly. I regularly talk to students or parents of students that say, well, little Georgie has a YouTube channel and he's brilliant. And I do not doubt that Georgie is brilliant. We should always tell him that. But most parents don't have a production background to really give them any productive feedback. So just it's shiny every single time isn't going to help him make the next one better. And he should keep doing his own channel. But if he's also working on these other professional productions, every single one of his is going to get better and better and better.
So it's a great opportunity. We've got the summer program, that award-winning summer program. And
shiny.
Nice shiny plaques. And great opportunity for the kids to come out and do some things and just have a lot of fun and maybe win an award and try something that they may have never done, maybe didn't know they could do. And great opportunity for anybody that lives here, City of Forest Park or anywhere else, to come and volunteer at Waycross Media, because we put a lot of pressure on them. They need a lot of folks, and they need a lot of help. And we want to keep them televising and filming our events live, so they can stream them live, but also so that they can show them over and over and over again. So in order to do that, we need the public's help. We need volunteers, and it's a great opportunity, and Waycross Media can make it happen. So we want to thank them for everything they do for us, in particular all the summer stuff, because I know they've got other things to do. And there's a lot of, if you may just want to come and enjoy the concert, but that's a good way to watch it through a lens.
Oh, it's so much fun to work at a concert. If you're someone that it's sitting still, like you're enjoying the music, but sitting still and you're wondering what to do, it's because you're still there, you're still hearing it, but you're also making the broadcast happen. When I run camera at concerts, don't sit behind me unless you want to be distracted, because I am grooving with the music, and I am not good at grooving with the music.
I've noticed that.
Yes, you have all. If you've been at any of these events, you have seen this at any. If I'm at City Cycle, you will see me grooving. I'm so sorry. You will see me grooving to the music.
Yep. So we've got a great opportunity here. Lots of good things going on. Check out the website. Call or check out Waycross Media. They do a lot of good things for us, but a lot of good things going on this summer in the city of Forest Park. And give us a call, check out our website, stay on our Facebook, and just be informed and be available and come on out and participate. We would love to have as many people as we can. We had the greatest summer last year in terms of the number of participants, the number of people showing up at our events. And we're looking to double that again this year. So
gosh, we
hopefully it'll be
haven't even
great.
gotten to, this is just a beginning list of summer things happening, and we haven't even gotten to the off the cuffs where we're going to talk about the party in the parks and the jazz in the park and the movie nights. And there's so many things coming.
They'll be there.
Yeah.
And so again, come on out, check out our website, follow us on Facebook, volunteer if you can, anywhere. We want you. We want your help. Be part of the community. Stay safe, Forest Park.